Okay, this is the second sorting algorithm called selection sort. Similarly, we have the array here because we want to sort that the array list or the list A 0 to m minus 1 size of array, I mean the index. So I equal to 0 to n minus 2, and we have the I assigned as the minimum. The default minimum in this example, we take the example is 2, and for j is I plus 1. In that we start here 2n minus 1 until the n minus 1, which is 5. Okay, and compare here j and less than a minimum here means, so j start with here, basically j I plus 1. So j start here, the minimum here in that 0, we compare here. If this minimum is this less than, so this actually false and this is true, right? True, and we check again until n minus 1 here, and this when update the minimum here, actually we compare just now instead of compare less than 2 less than 1, and after that this is actually the minimum, so the net is the swap here after finish the loop here, because this is actually the outside the loop swap, which is actually swap for the I here and 2. Okay, now this is the updated list, and net is here, we compare here to this. Okay, 2 to the 8 is actually the minimum here because I equal to 1. The minimum to 8, this is actually the minimum. We update now, the minimum is 2, in terms of value 2, but index also 2. Okay, and now 10 to this false and false, and now we swap here, this become 8 and this become 2. Now we move here, compare 10 to the 8 here, this false, this true. Now we update the minimum here, the value is 3, index 4, and here compare 5 and 3, false. So now this is the minimum, we swap to this, now become 8, this become 3, right? And here 8 to 10 compare, this is the minimum, we update the minimum 8, and against 5 compare with the 8, this is the minimum. So now this minimum we replace, swap with the 10 here, this become 5, this 10. Okay, next is here, and now 10 is 8, so finish. So basically we can see that the swapping technique actually as compared to the bubble sort try to find the maximum, put on the right, and but for the selection sort is try to find the minimum, put on the left. And finally both procedure in terms of the list here, so end up with the list get sorted. And for the design technique here, this is also the brute force design technique, because the concept is just do it to compare, even though the difference is just to find the minimum. Just now for the bubble sort, to find the maximum, put on the left, on the right, this put on the left. So the basic operation is actually comparison, to compare two items, still two items, compare with this, compare with this, compare with this, compare with this, the pair, and against, this is a comparison.